In this video, I'm going to show you what I think the best and most ideal Pokemon for a Gen 1 playthrough are. These Pokemon will be obtainable through a typical playthrough before the Elite Four, and 6 of these will help with any journey to becoming Champion of Kanto. Now we'll follow the usual rules we followed for the ideal teams, but make one exception. We'll go for version exclusives whether they're from 1 or 2 of the game, since those Pokemon aren't trade evolutions or post-game Pokemon. So now that I explained the rules, how about we jump right into this list? Beginning the list at number 20, we have the physically tanky clam, Cloyster. What makes Cloyster great is that it's a water-ice type, offensively great against many foes in Gen 1. Cloyster greatly resists ice, resists water while being weak to fighting, rock, grass, and electric. There aren't many rock fighting or electric moves learned by trainers in-game, leaving grass as Cloyster's only real in-game weakness. Cloyster is 50 HP, 95 attack, a huge 180 defense, 85 special, and 70 speed, making this a surprisingly fast, sturdy tank of a clam. The best moves for Cloyster to learn are Aurora Beam, Blizzard, Bubble Beam, Clamp, Double Edge, Explosion, Hyper Beam, Ice Beam, Mimic, Spike Cannon, Substitute, Surf, Swift, and Toxic. Might take a lot of training and effort, but Cloyster will be a worthy water type for any team. Up next at number 19, we have the sturdy fossil, Omastar. What makes Omastar great is that it's a rock-water type, defensively great against many foes in Gen 1. Omastar greatly resists fire, resists flying, normal ice, and poison, while being weak to electric, fighting, and ground, as well as being greatly weak to grass. There aren't many electric fighting or ground moves in-game, letting grass be its only true weakness. Omastar has 70 HP, 60 attack, a big 125 defense, a nearly as big 115 special, and 55 speed, making this a decently sturdy tank of a fossil. The best moves Omastar can learn are Blizzard, Bubble Beam, Ice Beam, Mimic, Seismic Toss, Substitute, Surf, and Toxic. It'll take tons of training and effort as well, but Omastar will be an amazing water type for any team. Next on the list at number 18, we have the Ghostly Glass Cannon, Haunter. What makes Haunter great is that it's a ghost poison type, doesn't get same type moves at all, but is still powerful. Haunter is immune to normal and fighting, strongly resists poison, and resists grass while being weak to ghost, ground, and psychic. While fighting moves are rare and a normal immunity is amazing, poison moves are more widespread but still not bad. The grass resistance is great since some grass moves are powerful, ghost only having one type damage move being a mild weakness, while ground and psychic are very bad due to psychic being common, which makes Haunter kind of have one immunity, one resistance, and one weakness. Haunter has 45 HP, 50 attack, 45 defense, a big 115 special, and fast 95 speed, making this a scary good ghost. The best moves Haunter can learn are Mimic, Nightshade, Psychic, Substitute, Thunder, Thunderbolt, and Toxic. Might take some training, but Haunter will be a capable special attacker for any team. Up next at number 17, we have another bulky sea creature, Lapras. What makes Lapras great is that it's a water-ice type just like Cloyster, great against many opponents. Lapras has a huge 130 HP, 85 attack, 80 defense, 95 special, and 60 speed, making it an evenly rounded tank of a sea creature. The best moves Lapras can learn are Blizzard, Body Slam, Bubble Beam, Double Edge, Hyper Beam, Ice Beam, Mimic, Psychic, Reflect, Solar Beam, Substitute, Surf, Thunder, Thunderbolt, and Toxic. A huge list of moves! Despite how easy it is to get, Lapras will still be a capable water type for any team. Next on the list at number 16, we have the Spiky Glass Cannon, Jolteon. What makes Jolteon great is that it's an electric type, great against many foes in Gen 1. Jolteon resists electric and flying while only being weak to ground. Since you rarely see foes with ground moves, Jolteon won't have to worry about weaknesses, but instead focuses on dealing critical hits. Jolteon has 65 HP, 65 attack, 60 defense, a big 110 special, and a swift 130 speed, making it a highly capable electric glass cannon. The best moves Jolteon can learn are Mimic, Reflect, Substitute, Thunder, Thunderbolt, and Toxic. An extremely shallow move pool, but normal attacks can help fix that. Might take extra training, but Jolteon will still be a potent glass cannon for any team. Up next at number 15, we have the balanced plant reptile, Venusaur. What makes Venusaur great is that it's a grass poison type, strong against many foes in Kanto. Venusaur greatly resists grass, resists electric fighting and water, while being weak to fire, flying, ice, and psychic, as well as being greatly weak to bug. Again, since you never see bug moves and since fire types have middling special attack, Venusaur's only real weaknesses to worry about are Flying Ice and Psychic. Venusaur is 80 HP, 82 attack, 83 defense, a great 100 special, and 80 speed, making Venusaur an evenly rounded plant reptile. The best moves Venusaur can learn are Body Slam, Double Edge, Hyper Beam, Leech Seed, Mimic, Razor Leaf, Reflect, Sleep Powder, Solar Beam, Substitute, Swords Dance, and Toxic. Not a big list of moves, but still great for a grass type. The early game is very easy for grass types, so Venusaur will prove to be a formidable plant lizard early on. Next on the list at number 14, we have another bulky plant creature, Victreebel. What makes Victreebel great is that it's a grass poison type. Like Venusaur, it's strong against many foes in Kanto. Victreebel is 80 HP, a big 105 attack, 65 defense, a big 100 special, and 70 speed, making Victreebel a powerful mixed-attacking pitcher plant. The best moves Victreebel can learn are Body Slam, Double Edge, Hyper Beam, Mimic, Razor Leaf, Reflect, Sleep Powder, Solar Beam, Substitute, Swords Dance, Toxic, and Wrap. While Venusaur is Leech Seed, Victreebel is Wrap, leading both bulky grass tanks to stand apart from each other. It'll take some training, but Victreebel will be a potent mix-attacking plant. Up next at number 13, we have the triple-headed glass cannon, Dugtrio. What makes Dugtrio great is that it's a ground type, powerful against most opponents in Gen 1 due to how effective ground is. Dugtrio is immune to electric and resisting poison and rock, while being weak to grass, ice, and water. Dugtrio's weaknesses are rather common and problematic, so don't let Dugtrio fight against grass, ice, or water types. Dugtrio is a pitiful 35 HP, a good 80 attack, 50 defense, 70 special, but a huge 120 speed, making Dugtrio a fast yet frail glass cannon. The best moves Dugtrio can learn are Body Slam, Dig, Double Edge, Earthquake, Hyper Beam, Mimic, Rock Slide, Slash, Substitute, and Toxic. Not a big list of moves, but still great for any ground type. Won't take much training at all, but Dugtrio will still prove to be a formidable triple-headed mole. Next at number 12, we have the sturdy tank, Rhydon. What makes Rhydon great is that it's a rock ground type, powerful in both offense and defense against most opponents in Kanto. Rhydon is immune to electric, greatly resists poison, resists fire, flying, normal, and rock, while being weak to fighting, ground, and ice, while being very weak to grass and water. A lot of types there. While Rhydon resists most opponents and while fighting and ground moves aren't common in a usual playthrough, the moves to worry about are ice, grass, and water since they'll destroy Rhydon. Rhydon has a big 105 HP, a huge 130 attack and 120 defense, yet a weak 45 special and 40 speed. The best moves Rhydon can get are Body Slam, Dig, Double Edge, Earthquake, Horn Attack, Hyper Beam, Mimic, Rock Slide, Seismic Toss, Stomp, Substitute, and Toxic. Again, not very many moves, but still helpful for any ground type regardless. It'll take a lot of training, but Rhydon will prove to be an extremely powerful and worthwhile addition to any team. Up next at number 11, we have the Balanced Fairy, Clefable. What makes Clefable great is that it's a normal type, the most versatile type in all of Gen 1. Capable of learning many normal moves as well as having an immense special coverage. Clefable is immune to Ghost while only being weak to fighting, and since fighting moves aren't very common, Clefable is a rather helpful addition to any team. Clefable has 95 HP, 70 attack, 73 defense, 85 special, and 60 speed. And while it might be slow, it still has good defenses and great bulk. The best moves Clefable can learn are Blizzard, Body Slam, Bubble Beam, Double Edge, Fire Blast, Hyper Beam, Ice Beam, Light Screen, Mimic, Psychic, Reflect, Seismic Toss, Solar Beam, Substitute, Thunder, Thunderbolt, Thunder Wave, and Toxic. Like I said, a very immense move pool with tons of options in both offense and defense. You can see why Normal's so great in this gen. Might be very easy to train, but Clefable will still be a surprisingly powerful fairy. Halfway there at number 10, we have the Feline Glass Cannon, Persian. What makes Persian great is that it's a normal type, again the most versatile type in Gen 1. Persian is similar to Clefable, but with far less coverage, far less bulk, and much higher speed, and access to the strongest slash in game. Persian has 65 HP, 70 attack, 60 defense, 65 special, and a swift 115 speed. Doesn't sound great, but Persian's a quick and strong feline due to the same type boost on normal moves. The best moves Persian can get are Bite, Body Slam, Bubble Beam, Double Edge, Hyper Beam, Mimic, Slash, Substitute, Swift, Thunder, Thunderbolt, and Toxic. It's a very limited move pool compared to what Clefable has, but still helps Persian decently well. Won't take much training, but Persian will still be a formidable feline that easily gets critical hits. Up next at number 9, we have the triple-headed glass cannon bird, Dodrio. What makes Dodrio great is that it's a normal flying type, the most versatile type, but paired with a slightly weaker type to balance it out. While Dodrio is a similarly fast normal type to Persian, Dodrio is the strongest drill peck in game to stand out and be unique from Persian. Dodrio is immune to ghost and ground, resists bug and grass while being weak to electric, ice, and rock. With electric and rock moves being sparse within a playthrough, Dodrio's only real weakness to worry about is ice. Dodrio is 60 HP, a potent 110 attack, 70 defense, 60 special, and a swift 100 speed. Similar to Persian but with far higher attack. The best moves Dodrio can learn are Body Slam, Double Edge, Drill Peck, Fly, Hyper Beam, Mimic, Reflect, Substitute, and Toxic. Again, very similar to Persian, but with far less special coverage and benefits far more from a same type boost on normal and flying moves. Just like Persian won't take much training, but Dodrio will still be a potent glass cannon bird. Next at number 8, we have the Psychic Glass Cannon, Kadabra. What makes Kadabra great is that it's a Psychic type, the most powerful type in offense and defense in all of Gen 1, especially due to having no true weakness. Kadabra is immune to Ghost while resisting Fighting and Psychic, only being weak to Bug. Since Bug moves are extremely weak and never seen, Kadabra's only real problem is its low defenses. Kadabra is 40 HP, 35 attack, 30 defense, a huge 120 special, and 105 speed. Another potent glass cannon that's extremely powerful like Dodrio, but with high special attack instead. The best moves Kadabra can learn are Confusion, Mimic, Psybeam, Psychic, Recover, Reflect, Seismic Toss, Substitute, Thunder Wave, and Toxic. A shallow moveset, but very helpful for Kadabra regardless. It'll take minimal effort, but Kadabra will still be a worthwhile addition to any team. Up next at number 7, we have the Sub-Zero Legendary, Articuno. What makes Articuno amazing is that it's an ice flying type, extremely strong in offensive potential due to how strong ice moves are. Articuno is immune to ground, resists bug and grass while being weak to fire and electric, as well as being very weak to rock. Since electric and rock moves are kind of rare to encounter, and with most fire types having low special, Articuno won't have a lot to worry about defensively. Articuno has 90 HP, 85 attack, a good 100 defense, a huge 125 special, and 85 speed. Stats like those help Articuno stand above most Pokemon in a typical playthrough. The best moves Articuno can get are Blizzard, Bubble Beam, Double Edge, Fly, Hyper Beam, Ice Beam, Mimic, Substitute, Swift, and Toxic. Might not be a big move pool, but it'll still benefit Articuno anyways due to its huge stats. It's no surprise that Articuno will be a truly ideal addition to any team in Gen 1. Next at number 6, we have the dopey yet bulky shellfish, Slowbro. What makes Slowbro amazing is that it's a water psychic type, two amazing types paired together to make a formidable special attacker. Slowbro is immune to Ghost, resists Fighting, Fire, Ice, Psychic, and Water, while being weak to Bug, Electric, and Grass. Yet again, since Bug and Electric moves aren't common, the only thing Slowbro has to worry about are Grass moves. Slowbro has 95 HP, 75 attack, a great 110 defense, 80 special, and a low 30 speed, making Slowbro a rather bulky yet powerful hippo-looking shellfish. The best moves Slowbro can get are Amnesia, Blizzard, Body Slam, Bubble Beam, Confusion, Dig, Double Edge, Earthquake, Fire Blast, Headbutt, Ice Beam, Mimic, Psychic, Seismic Toss, Substitute, Surf, Swift, Thunder Wave, and Toxic. Quite a large move pool that'll benefit Slowbro in both offense and defense. Might take a bit of effort, but Slowbro will be a formidable special sweeper. Up next at number 5, we have the long-nosed jellyfish, Tentacruel. What makes Tentacruel amazing is that it's a water poison type. Sure, poison isn't a good type, but paired with water, it's not as bad. Tentacruel resists Fighting, Poison, Fire, Water, and Ice while being weak to Ground, Electric, and Psychic. Once again, the only thing Tentacruel should worry about are Psychic moves, which are still plentiful in Kanto. Tentacruel is 80 HP, 70 attack, 65 defense, a potent 120 special, and 100 speed, letting Tentacruel be a fierce special sweeper with tons of utility. The best moves Tentacruel can get are Barrier, Blizzard, Bubble Beam, Double Edge, Hyper Beam, Ice Beam, Mimic, Reflect, Substitute, Surf, Swords Dance, Toxic, and Wrap. Nothing too complex, but there's plenty of setup moves to help Tentacruel become a potent jellyfish. Next at number 4, we have the high voltage legendary, Zapdos. What makes Zapdos amazing is that it's an electric flying type. one of the best offensive and defensive pairings in Gen 1. Zapdos is immune to ground, resists fighting, flying, bug, and grass while being weak to rock and ice. Just as I explained with other flying types, Zapdos' only real worry is ice moves. Zapdos has 90 HP, 90 attack, 85 defense, an impressive 125 special, and 100 speed. And just like Articuno, those stats help Zapdos stand above most Pokemon in a typical playthrough. The best moves Zapdos can learn are Double Edge, Drill Peck, Fly, Hyper Beam, Mimic, Reflect, Substitute, Swift, Thunder, Thunderbolt, and Toxic. Also, just like Articuno, doesn't have a huge move pool, but it still helps Zapdos be a capable legendary anyways. Up next at number 3, we have the creepy yet powerful tank, Hypno. What makes Hypno amazing is that it's a Psychic type, and much like Kadabra, it literally has no weakness to worry about. Hypno has 85 HP, 73 attack, 70 defense, a scary 115 special, and 67 speed. Quite impressive stats that help Hypno be a force. The best moves Hypno can learn are Body Slam, Confusion, Double Edge, Headbutt, Hyper Beam, Mimic, Psychic, Reflect, Seismic Toss, Substitute, Thunder Wave, and Toxic. Similar to what Kadabra has, but since Hypno has far higher attack, it can make far better use of the physical moves it gets to be a scary force. Next at number 2, we have the Crazy Egg Tree, Exeggutor. What makes Exeggutor amazing is that it's a Grass Psychic type. Grass is already decent enough, but it's bolstered to new heights with the amazing Psychic type. Exeggutor is immune to Ghost, resists fighting, ground, water, grass, electric, and psychic while being weak to flying, poison, fire, and ice, as well as being very weak to bug. As I mentioned with other grass types, Exeggutor's only big worries will be flying and ice moves since most fire types don't have special quite as high. Exeggutor has 95 HP, 95 attack, 85 defense, a strong 125 special, and a low 55 speed. Very impressive stats that help Exeggutor be one of the strongest Psychic types in Kanto. The best moves Exeggutor can learn are Double Edge, Explosion, Hyper Beam, Leech Seed, Mimic, Psychic, Reflect, Sleep Powder, Solar Beam, Stomp, Stun Spore, Substitute, and Toxic. Not a big list of moves, but still helps Exeggutor be a fierce egg tree. Saving the best for last, we have the brilliant Starfish, Starmie. What makes Starmie amazing is that it's a water Psychic type. Similar to Slowbro, having two great types paired together for great offensive and defensive synergy. Starmie has 60 HP, 75 attack, 85 defense, an impressive 100 special, and superb 115 speed. Evenly rounded defenses and a high speed to allow Starmie to be very powerful. The best moves Starmie can learn are Blizzard, Bubble Beam, Double Edge, Hyper Beam, Ice Beam, Mimic, Psychic, Recover, Reflect, Substitute, Surf, Swift, Thunder, Thunderbolt, and Toxic. Quite a great move pool of offense and support, which helps Starmie have longevity and coverage to help it stand above most opponents in Kanto. Finally, we make it to the honorable mentions, and while they're helpful for any team, they're not quite as good as what's on the list. Fearow is very similar to Dodrio, but with slightly lower attack and having Mirror Move. Kabutops is similar to Omastar, but with much lower defenses and much higher speed. Access to Slash, too. Gyarados has very high attack and great stats, but it trades a grass weakness for a much higher electric weakness. Pinsir has huge attack and decent speed, but minimal coverage and no same type boost on normal moves due to it being a bug type. Dragonite has great coverage and access to Wrap and Hyper Beam, but also having a severe weakness to ice. Moltres has amazing stats and the strongest Fire Blast in-game, but a very limited move pool and weaknesses to common types. Vaporeon has a huge HP and great special, but limited coverage and heavily relies on Acid Armor or Reflect. Jynx has a great typing and good stats, but a hit-or-miss sleep move and Lovely Kiss due to its accuracy. Dugong has well-rounded stats and gets the same type boost on ice moves, but it has limited coverage and gets outclassed by many other water-ice types. Snorlax has massive HP, great attack, and an immense move pool, but has very low speed. Also needs support from Amnesia to utilize its special coverage and to withstand powerful special attacks. So now that I've finished up the list of top 20 best Pokemon for a typical playthrough of Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, I'll cover a list of the top 30 best Pokemon for a typical Gen 2 playthrough. I'm going for the top 30 in that list due to how many more options there are to choose within Johto in the revisit of Kanto, and choosing from 251 leads to a much bigger list than before. Hey look, that's all I got for now. If you enjoyed this top 20 list, please leave a like or comment telling me what you enjoyed the most about this video. Until next time, have a good day.